Welcome back. The Israeli Air Force has been striking Hezbollah targets inside Lebanon, including a training camp in the Bekaa area, which is just close to the border with Syria. Yesterday, the IDF killed Hezbollah Radwan Force Commander Issa Ahmed Karbala, and Turkey says it's planning to boost its contribution to a peacekeeping force in Lebanon. That's according to the Turkish Defense Ministry, which put out a statement earlier today. The Turkish parliament passed a bill just this week to renew the military's mandates in Syria and Iraq by 3 more years. Well, Ariel and Yaakov are still with me in the studio. So, Yaakov, first of all, we've had pretty conflicting reports, haven't we, about how much progress the Lebanese army is making when it comes to disarming Hezbollah. It looks like the IDF continues to do most of the heavy work.
Yeah, there's a kind of, basic deduction here. If the IDF is striking at least twice a day, sometimes more, and we're talking about, weapons storage, weapons manufacturing, training, all of the stuff that Lebanon is supposed to be taking care of, to put it simply, well, that tells us a lot about what Lebanon isn't doing. If the IDF has to work this hard every day, Lebanon's not doing its part of the agreement. And the fact is that they can't. I don't think it's a question of will. I think that this new Lebanese government would want to disarm Hezbollah, but they don't have the firepower. They don't have the ability. They don't want to end up in a civil war. So they're letting the IDF do the heavy lifting. They're doing all kinds of performative things like, taking over old rockets that are kind of useless and showing the Americans, look, we did something. There was a CENTCOM statement talking about 10,000 rockets and very, very dubious, very few images of what those rockets are. At the end of the day, Lebanon is not able to disarm Hezbollah. And despite its claims, it's the IDF that's doing most of the work in preventing Hezbollah from rebuilding its capabilities. And we've gotten used to this situation. This has been the situation.
Is it trying to rebuild? Is there evidence that Hezbollah is trying to rebuild?
100%.
It does face significant challenges now, doesn't it? With Syria, Iran, the situation's changed all around it. Is it still at least trying?
It's definitely trying. If you look at the IDF statements, you can see what it's trying to do. So we're talking about manufacturing sites. This means that Hezbollah is now trying to do more, basically, weapons production on Lebanese territory. And it's trying to basically create production lines. It's something that Hamas got very good at before this war. When it became harder for Hamas to smuggle, it started producing its own, and it learned from Iran how to do that. I think Hezbollah is also trying to go down that direction. And also, it's still smuggling. It's just much harder for it, as you say, but they're still probably able to do some smuggling, perhaps via the sea. They're never give up. They're always going to try and rebuild their capabilities. And again, these airstrikes, this is the evidence. This is the proof that Israel catches them time and again red-handed, and the Lebanese government can't do much about it.